So Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, NOAA, conservation groups, scientists who are really dedicated are working hard to understand everything possible that could be negative, knowing that in the end it is very important that we reduce our carbon emissions. Bureau of Ocean Energy Management paid for studies right in this New England area. National Marine Fisheries pays for it. Groups like the Audubon Society are paying their scientists. There's federal and state grants that they're all applying for now, and we'll be continuing to study. We can't tell what's going to happen until we begin to build the turbines. And so as we begin to build them, we will learn.
If you have a solid structure at the bottom that's going to be there, for some organisms that can actually play the role of what a coral reef does. It can be something to attach to, which might be a refugia for the coral after the coral are gone. Now you could say, well, what about the tides? And don't they affect the tides? Well, sure, they affect the tides just like any piling or dock would on their own footprint. But actually, and in this region, the tides are most of the thing that's driving the currents up on the shelf and into and out of Narragansett Bay. But the tides, it's the sun and the moon that pull them. You can get very specialized circumstances where you get a resonance that gives you a really big tide. We actually have pretty big tides here because of that kind of phenomena. But if you want to change that, it's not like putting a windmill in the way is going to be the problem. You got to move an island or change the size of Narragansett Bay between glacial and modern times or something like that. Sometimes we don't understand everything we think we understand. And so there's a lot of monitoring that's already been going on in places where these have been built. So they look from space and they try and see. So they can see this impact on the winds. You can tell that the waves are a little less rough behind because the winds are a little calmer. But they tend not to have very big signals in other variables you might care about, like temperature or chlorophyll, because it really doesn't cascade into changing the rest of the system. It's just blocking the wind, which is what it's built to do.